If you knew exactly what to look for in a person, what red flags and signs you should look out for, the sooner you'll find yourself in a stable and long-lasting relationship. The sooner you'll find the person that is actually right for you. Despite contrary belief, there are actually good men out there. And I know dating in today's world is challenging to say the least. But when you're clear on what to look out for, the sooner you can avoid the people that are not for you, and the sooner you can find the one that is for you. And even if you're unsure if the person that you're with is actually the one for you, or if they're actually a good man, then listen thoroughly to the 8 aspects that makes him a high value man, because by the end of the video, you'll know if they are or not. And keep in mind that no one is perfect. But if he's someone who's truly willing to try to become a better version of themselves, to be in a healthy relationship with you, then this still applies. And actually, let me also add, if he has some of these qualities but lacks in others, you will have to really use your discernment, your intuition, your energy, your understanding to determine if this is someone worth growing with. Because let's say that your partner or the person you're interested in is someone who is romantic. He brings you the flowers, he brings you your favorite chocolates when he's on a quick run at the gas station, but he struggles with expressing himself, he struggles with communication. But let's say that he at least tries to meet you halfway because he takes accountability and understands that this is something he lacks in and that he needs to get better at, then I would say this is someone worth growing with. But let's say that this is someone who is also romantic. This person brings you flowers and buys you the new iPhone and buys you gifts and whatnot, but it's someone who also lies to you and gaslights you. This is not someone who's really a great match for you, is it? Lying is a core value. It's what holds up the relationship. Think of it as the legs to a table. Without the legs, the table will fall down. Without honesty, the relationship will fall down. I just wanted to give you that to think about. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. The first aspect that he is a high value man is that you can be yourself. The reason that I'm starting off with this one is because when I was in my 3-year toxic manipulative relationship, is that I could not be myself for the life of me. I always felt judged, or like I had to compose or present myself in a certain way all of the time. He didn't fit my weirdness, he didn't fit my goofiness. We were such a mismatch. And so if you're with the wrong person, you're not going to feel comfortable being yourself. You're going to feel like you have to hide certain aspects of yourself. But when you're with the right person, when you are being authentic, and let's say that you're a really goofy, silly person or weird like me, that person will either match that energy back, or they're just going to admire you for it. They're going to laugh with you, or whatever the case may be. The second thing is that you're going to feel safe with this person. If he is a high value man, then you're going to feel vulnerable. You'll feel safe enough to communicate, to express yourself, to be playful, to be yourself. This person won't make you feel threatened. They won't belittle you with their words or raise their voice at you in a yelling, angry manner. And they most certainly don't physically assault you. A high value man will create a safe space to communicate and resolve whatever the issue is. This person will respect your boundaries and give you a sense of security. You'll trust them and feel open with them. The third aspect is accountability. A high value man will be open to improving themselves. Although it's natural to take feedback as a personal attack, someone who's mature and who's humble enough will be open to seeing your perspective and to take accountability for their own actions. Instead of blaming you and pointing fingers, they'll recognize when and where they're wrong and try to improve that. The fourth aspect of a high value man is respect. When someone respects you, they won't disrespect you. They won't call you out of your name. They won't raise their voice at you. They won't belittle you or your opinions. They won't overstep your boundaries or humiliate you publicly. When there's respect, you feel safe and you feel comfortable. And most importantly about respect is also that this person will show up through their actions. When someone respects you, they're not going to go behind your back and do things that could hurt you, like cheating, like lying. They will respect you too much to even think about doing those things. Number 5 is emotional availability. And we all know that most men struggle and have a hard time being emotionally available. However, if he's a high value man, he would at least try to meet you halfway. He will at least try to be more emotionally available for you. Although he may have past trauma that don't allow him to feel safe being vulnerable with you, he might make a little bit of an exception. He'll show you even if a little bit more of that genuine open side to him. So be patient and allow him, continue to show him that you are a safe space for him to open up to. So when he does, don't belittle him, don't bring him down, don't judge him for it. More so, be supportive and be an open listening ear and heart. The 6th aspect of a high value man is commitment. He will want to commit to you. When the timing is right, he'll want to move to the next level. He's going to want to provide for you, to take care of you. He will also prioritize you, and he's going to consider you in making important decisions, specifically those that affect you directly. He'll think of we, not me. And he'll think of his future with you in it, whatever it is that he's planning, whether if it's to buy a house or move to a new city or any type of drastic change, he'll include you in that. And of course, that kind of depends on how far along in the relationship you are. If you're starting out and it's only week 1 that you met this person and you're trying to look out for the signs to whether or not he's a good man, you'll know that later down the line. However, these are still things that you want to have in your radar even since the beginning. Does he include you in possible future plans? Number 7. And one of the most important aspects, as we all know, he will be loyal. Temptation is normal. Looking is normal, whether you like it or not. But if he's high value, he will be disciplined and controlled enough to not act on those temptations. He'll understand that temporary pleasure is not worth losing you. He won't even want to hurt you in that way to begin with. And this one I feel like is straight and simple. When you love someone, when you're a good person, you simply don't do things to hurt them. And obviously, being unfaithful is one of the strongest ways to hurt someone. Number 8 is communication. As a high value man, that person should have at least an idea of how important communication is in any relationship, but specifically in a romantic one, right? He'll understand that in order to resolve things and to avoid misunderstandings, you will need to communicate. So he'll create the time and the space for you guys to have an open communication instead of pushing it to the side, saying that we'll talk later or avoiding certain conversations. In conclusion, a high value man is someone who is aware of themselves, who takes accountability, who respects themselves, and who loves you through their actions. So my friend, whether you find yourself in a relationship or getting to know someone, think about these things. Does the person that you're with embody this type of integrity and core values? Or are you making excuses for them and covering it up because you really like them or love them? And obviously, the next step is for you to know how to become a high value woman in a relationship. And if you want to learn how, then watch this next because I dive just into that in this video. All right, my love, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Mwah.